G'day, Des here. This is my review of GoPro 10. A couple disclaimers before we get started. This is not a paid promotion by GoPro. This is just me reviewing what I've bought. If you're looking for a video with all the ins and outs of the features, how you get the maximum out of your GoPro, this is not the video for you. This is a video where someone like myself basically haven't owned a digital camera, especially an action camera. Only cameras I've ever used is on phones. So this is a video of someone grabbing one out of the box, no prior knowledge, and just playing with a camera, seeing what the functions are and see what we can get out of it. So if you're someone like me who's not really into the technology, this might be the video for you. Let's get into it. This is my normal kit. This is what I normally carry. I've got 2 pouches. The rest of this goes into a backpack. Just out of ease. This first one here, this is where the GoPro lives, because I liked it being protected a little bit more. So, and it's got this removable sleeve, I suppose you can call it. So the GoPro hides behind that, and I've got a lot of thumb screws and stuff in there. This is the headband. That's the headband. Strap goes over the middle. You feel a bit very stupid wearing it. I do anyway. But it's comfortable. It's a little bit weighty. It's not ridiculous, and it's pretty stable. And yeah, that's how I get all my POVs shots while I'm sitting in the cab, and if I'm working on the truck when I'm showing you. So let's go through what the rest of the bag in here. This one here is the clamp I've used around poles and stuff. Very handy, very stable. Put around actually something like that. Probably wouldn't need it so far around, but you know, tighten it up. There's also, you can turn it like that. A couple spare batteries. I've got 2 spare ones plus one in the GoPro. They only last about an hour, and it can take a couple hours to charge them up. Depends where you're charging them off of and how much power you need. Very handy. I've never run out with 3 batteries. There's been a few times where I left a battery in the GoPro and it's been flat. GoPro will flatten your batteries, and I just automatically grab one of these. 2 reasons I like it, because you got that, like I said before, and you got this pocket what zips up. So if I got a flat battery, I throw it in there. If not next to the charger. So it just keeps things separate. This is screen protectors for the GoPro. I got recommended them. Very hard to get. I had to buy this directly off the website of GoPro. You get one set. It's about 30 bucks or something like that. Nothing cheap with GoPro. There was a store in Toowoomba which will cut them out for you. I can't remember which one it is now. And they were going to charge you about 50 bucks to do it. But I'd rather pay 50 bucks and protect my screens than trying to use a scratch front and back screen. Other little handy thing to have multiple of is SIM cards. This is 128, which is just under 5 hours, say 5 hours of normal filming. Also got a 64, which is 2 or 3 hours. Can't remember off the top of my head. 2 hours, I think. But I'm just going to buy a stack of them. The good brand, which is Scandist, I think they are. You might as well buy quality. They've been highly recommended. This here is a little light, very bright, and I have used it once for filming. That night I was fixing up the walking floor. Very handy to have. I've just used it with the headband and changed truck tires and stuff like that. Because I needed a torch and my other headband was flat. It goes for about an hour. It's very good. It's very light. I've used it quite often, not for filming, but to do stuff around the truck. And just a USB charger, so it takes an hour to charge up again. It's quite good. So yeah, it will do all your filming. So I don't know, a good hour, 2 hours you might get out of it on the low. Clear case. I use this anytime I'm filming outside, especially in dusty conditions, or you know, traveling at 100 k's and you don't want insects impounded your GoPro. And if I'm driving through muddy water, if I got it low on the trailer. I don't know, it is a GoPro product, but it's not I don't like it. It seems to be a bit flimsy on the latch. I don't like it much. I always seem I'm scared of going to break it. But GoPro buttons up there and on the side. So You still can change things around, it's not bad. This is a little elbow. It's quite handy, I use it quite often. Quite often it's on the mirror to set up your GoPro to go straight. Quite often, so long one in there. So you can adjust it forwards and backwards, you know. And I'll quite often will have, and that will attach to any of these, which there's two different types. You got your flat and your curve. Now I've got them stashed around the truck a couple of places. Curved ones like to go on bumpers or on your bike helmet or anything like that. And that one, the flat one's of course a flat surface. So just push that in. This double-sided tape will stick to anything to a point where it won't come off stuff. So be careful what you put it on, especially paintwork. It might take your paintwork off your cars or whatever. So it slides in like so, push it down, and that's stable. It sits on the guard for my light on top of my mirror, and it vibrates up there all the time, but it doesn't look like it's budging. Yes, this is a good way to make sure your GoPro is not going to fall off. In my other bag, this is a hard one. So that's a soft one. This is a hard one. This is what actually came with the GoPro. I didn't like this one as much. This one's got all my spare bits and pieces and extra buckles, and you get a range of these, you know, tall ones, short ones. I mainly use the tall ones. I don't really use the short ones. And I bought quite a few of these. My advice is go to Amazon or eBay and just buy a box of stuff. If you don't use it all, you don't use it all. But stuff like this, expendable stuff like this, where you need lots of stuff. Buy it cheap. Don't buy the dear stuff on GoPro. This is a belt clip, hat clip. I don't know what you call it. Put it on your hat or stuff like that, or on your bag. And battery charger, USB battery charger. Nice USB cord. Charge up both your batteries. I usually keep it in the second one because it's not something I need straight away. And quite often it's sitting on the dash of the truck, and you connect it in USB cigarette lighter. Yeah, very handy to have. Recommend to have, especially if you're going to do a lot of filming. Like I said, I've been caught a number of times, left the battery in the GoPro for a week and it's gone flat. Window suction thing. This one's not GoPro, I don't think. I was tossed up between this one and the GoPro, and GoPro was dearer, but it was also magnetic. And I didn't realise this one wasn't magnetic, but I am looking for something to stick on top of the trailers, and so I can get some really good shots. I don't want to use those belt buckle clamps. So. But this one's inside. This is another little attachment again, extra little attachment that will come off. Oh, it's handy to have inside the cab. I'm a bit disappointed. It only sticks to glass really. I thought it might stick to some other surfaces, but it doesn't. And I wouldn't use it outside. So it's definitely inside your vehicle, on your window. On the window it's fine. It works well. It's like any other suction cap you use on the window. So that part's all right. Selfie stick. Once again, I've put a belt buckle on it, the short one. This one's meant to float in water. It's the only one I got. It came with the GoPro with all my stuff. And last thing, this is not GoPro. This is last thing is one of these. I can use it as a selfie stick. Universal. Partner got this for me when I was just starting out and I only had the phone. So I have used it once. Actually put the light on it. You got that little clip there. Where are you? Get you take that out. Take the little legs off. And I actually put that on there. On there one way or another. And I just used that. It's the only time I ever really used it. It's a cheap one. Bit rickety, but it will stand nearly chest height. And you never know, I might need something one day. One of these things. It's nice to have, just in case I need it. So that's basically what I carry with my GoPro. That's all my GoPro stuff. Use some of it a lot, and a lot of it I probably don't use occasionally, if very little, but that's what I started off with. So, and I've bought bits and pieces over time, and it will get bigger. That's the basic what I'm starting with. So the pros for this little camera is, well, it's reasonably easy to use. It's not really that difficult, especially if you're someone like me, just want to grab a camera, take some footage and not really get into it. The settings are not hard to set up. You can change them quite easily. You can carry it around in your pocket and just walk around like that if you want to, or you can grab the rest of your stuff and put it on tripods. As a first time user for GoPro, I found this really easy to get my head around through the different functions. Okay, I'm not really getting down to the nitty gritty stuff, but for what I do and time I spend with GoPro and editing and everything else, it does a quite good job. I suppose the cons is little sucker will heat up. There's no doubt about it, but once you work out how to get around it, heating up is an issue, but once you work out why it's doing it and how it's doing it and how you can get around it, it's not an issue. Battery life is, well, it is a problem, but what it is doing, you still get good 45 minutes to an hour filming all the time with a battery. If you want your battery to last longer, just take your stabilisation off, GPS, make sure your Wi-Fi is turned off, run at 1040, yeah, just strip it down to the basics and it will last a little bit longer. Stabilisation in this is blowing my mind how well. I've had it shaking on the mirror. I'm going, oh, that footage is going to be blurred as hell, but it's great. It works quite well up there. Got some really good footage and it's not shaky at all. Something else I've used for quite a bit is the protector, water protector. I don't go diving, I haven't been in the water for years, but this I have used a number of times. Just if it's out on the truck, keeps the insects off the GoPro. So the GoPro goes in there. Clips down, and if I can use it. Clips down, now it's waterproof. It's been splashed with mud a few times. You still can use the two buttons. You got one there, one on top to start it, or go swap between modes, but you can't use anything on the screen, so you need it pretty well set up, and just when you're ready, hit the power button for go. I haven't had any problems with it overheating in this, but when I have used it, it's always been in the wind, and I think you find the mics be a little bit muffled with this too. So number 11's meant to come out, 11 black, later this year sometime, before Christmas I dare say. Be interesting to see what changes they do have with this. If you only really want the one camera to do a range of things, anywhere from doing vlogs, you can buy media kits and accessories like that, to underwater, to hanging upside of trucks and cars and stuff like that. It really is universal. It has its limits. No camera's perfect, but for a robust little thing, it's not a bad little toy. Downsides for Australia is the price of the damn thing. When we first come out, they were nearly 800 bucks. I think we've come down to 500 and something, nearly 600 bucks. They have come down in price now. You can pick up a cheap one quite easily if they still got them in stock, which I have seen one that had, yeah, it was $550, $600 for one of these. From 800 bucks, it's not bad. It'll never be perfect, but you can't have one piece of equipment cover all your bases perfectly. Would I recommend one of these? Yeah, I would. Depends what you want to use it for. For YouTubing and what I do, it's ideal. It's got its flaws, but I'm only using one camera and it's got to go outside, inside, different places. Handle a bit of shaking and a bit of water and a bit of dust and everything else, and it seems to work fine for that. I do use the proper batteries and SIM cards. They haven't really let me down. Yes, it has overheated a couple of times, just mainly because I haven't had the airflow around it, but you just learn to work around it. I'm sure if you knew how to use all the settings and stuff, you'd probably get a lot better footage out of it than what I can. I have watched videos, a lot of David Manning, I think his name is, I'll leave a link down below. He seems to get great footage out of GoPros and all the others. he knows how to do all the settings. That's his job. That's not me. All I want to do is grab it, shoot, get reasonably good footage, put it up on YouTube. I don't spend a lot of time editing. I don't know how to do it. I don't care for it. It's not my thing. I'm a truck driver, not a blogger. YouTube is only a side hobby for me. But it does a great job for that. It's pictures, I believe, a lot better than what I can get off my phone without spending $2,000 on an iPhone, which I can destroy in 2 seconds. I need something robust. I need something I can drop in the bag, take it shakes and it wobbles. Probably won't like being dropped from a full height, but I haven't done that yet. But you know, I dare say I will test it to its limits one day, knowing me. Well, that's my review of the GoPro. I hope you enjoy it. If you got any questions, please leave them down in the comments. I'll try to get back to you as soon as you can. If you liked the video, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't, I will appreciate it. It's been a bit of an epic video for me. It's taken me months to put this together. It's just been a very labour intensive video for me, and I do appreciate it. If you watched all the way through to the end here, like always, please be safe on the roads, take good care of each other, and I will catch you on the flip side. Bye.